2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, fellow basketball fans. Appreciate you joining us as we get busy with the second half of this NBA season. Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith on 2K Sports. Moments away, it'll be the Minnesota Timberwolves going up against the Phoenix Suns. Looking at Phoenix, they're coming in off a win in their last game against the Celtics. That game was a real shootout. They'd like to keep their scoring up, but get a few more stops too. And All-Star Weekend approaching, always a big stage, but how desirable is it today for players to be in a big market? Kenny, do you think that aspect is as important as it used to be?
No. When Miami Heat won the NBA championship, small market team, they're about 29th market. You know, San Antonio Spurs win the NBA championship, small market team, below 30 in terms of U.S. cities. So no, you just have to have guys want to be on good teams, great teams. That's more memorable than being in a place that has late night dining.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, Kenny, but the big markets still have an attraction. Bright lights and that star power can help boost your profile and earning potential as a player.
How about Kevin Durant, OKC?
No question.
Yeah, I mean,
they've been to the NBA
example.
Finals. No question. Another example. It doesn't hurt, man. If you have a great team, people know who you are.
Late night dining, huh?
Late night.
That's the barometer of big city.
Yeah,
late night
dining. Say, hey, go to Sacramento. See what time you can get a meal.
Hopefully this game for the viewers as we turn it over to Kevin Harlan.
Welcome, everyone, to the Target Center in downtown Minneapolis, Minnesota. It's the home of the Timberwolves, where we're broadcasting from live today. It's a single-game return to Minnesota for the Timberwolves as they'll look for a boost from their hometown crowd. Winning their last 3 games, they'd like to make that 4 in a row here tonight.
Well, it's hard not to like what they've been showing us lately. I mean, very solid basketball across the board. You can point to a lot of different areas where this team has been outstanding.
And that's why they've been winning so many of these games. I mean, they're just well-rounded. They get the job done on both ends. And when you're clicking like that as a unit, you're going to create problems.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. On the court for the Suns, we've got Sanders. Sarge is out there with the machine. And it's Chris Paul. And it's Booker in at the 2. Phoenix shooting their initial free throws of the game right here. And the first one drops. So he gets them both. Now, here is Russell. Coming off a stellar performance against Oklahoma City. Pass to Wiggins. Shoots from the block. Nice touch on the bank shot.
That's just run-of-the-mill for him. A typical day at the office. He's one of the more skilled offensive players out there.
Well, it didn't take long for us to see just how explosive Andrew Wiggins can be in the air. I mean, had a handful of huge dunks throughout the course of the season. He's going to make a lot of posters during his NBA career.
The Minnesota Timberwolves coming to this one after the win against the Thunder in Oklahoma City.
And you know what? Exactly what had to be done in terms of winning on the road. Never allowed any momentum to build up against them. Kept the crowd out of the game. And for every punch they took, they had a counter.
I was very impressed, Greg, with the way they stood their ground, even when they were on their heels some, coming through those moments where they were backing up a bit. That's what it takes on the road. You've got to show that kind of fortitude and resilience.
And he gets it to go.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
Here's Wiggins following the basket by Chris Paul. Garnett with the screen on 4 to shoot. Here's Russell. Booker pulls it in.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
Saric misses. On the wing, Wiggins. He had 19 points in the win against Oklahoma City, and he gets it to go.
You know, that's a case there, Kevin, of him making a pass to a spot, and then he let his teammate run right into it. Well executed.
Booker with it. In the game against Boston, very impressive. Paul with the ball. He's picked up by Russell. Paul passes to the machine. Good, and Paul gets the assist.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
Now, here is Russell. A good portion of the scoring has come from him. He averages more than 18 points a game. Dishes it to Towns. Wiggins outside. And a miss there on the triple. Suns leading by 4. To the middle. Here's Sanders. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
I tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm glad he didn't, because otherwise we'd probably have a 45-minute delay here if he shattered the backboard.
Boy, they've gone on this run and ball move.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
Now, here is Russell. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Now, Muhammad. Over to the wing. There's the pass to Towns. Poked loose and stolen by Booker. One-on-one here. And Chris Paul the bucket on the assist from Sanders. 6 points for Chris Paul.
Boy, I tell you what, nice little run here they're going on.
And getting to the 10 has been the key. They're getting point-blank looks time and time again. And in today's NBA, it's all about spacing on offense. It used to be more about finding matchups to exploit. Now it is all about opening up great looks by spreading the floor.
So the Timberwolves called their first timeout, and with great spacing in the NBA, you need great shooting. More than ever, shooting and spacing, Clark, are at a premium in the NBA for teams.
Yeah, well, it starts with point guards being able to break down defenses and get into the lane to create open shots. You want to be able to create space for the point guards to drive, so you need shooters on the wings.
Now, here is Russell. Garnett, the screen. Here's Muhammad. And that time, also a missed shot.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take that shot every single time, Greg. That's good offense.
And the offense has come together immediately. I mean, they're threatening to run away with this thing already.
Greg, it's hard to imagine they'll stay this hot for 4 quarters, but if they even approximate that, watch out.
Here's Wiggins, following the basket by Chris Paul. Fader on the way, and it's Wiggins missing.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take. And they keep going down low with the ball and keep getting positive results.
Extremely positive. I mean, this is a very nice lead to have early in the ball game.
Here's Russell after the Suns pick up 2. Garnett outside. Screened by Russell. Garnett dishes to Russell. Just 5 on the clock. In the corner, it's Wiggins. Here's the 3. No good. The Suns go the other way with it. Their last game, a win against Boston, looking to carry it into this one.
And guys, they could have won that game on the strength of their offense alone. It was that good.
And most impressive when you do it on the road like that. They just kept coming at them wave after wave, and they really kept the crowd on mute in that one.
And here's Russell following the 3 from Chris Paul. Wiggins outside. They get it back. And Muhammad kicks to Wiggins. And he's good on the 3 ball. Wiggins has got...
Really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
Paul outside, passes it to the machine. Back to Paul, and a wide open look for Sanders. And it's off from three-point range. Timberwolves trail by 14. Feeds it to Muhammad. And the rejection by Sanders. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. Nikola Pekovic is checked in for Kevin Garnett. Sanders against Wiggins. Three-pointer. Towns, no luck. Suns leading by 14. Paul outside. Here's Sanders. Wiggins with some nice D.
Well, he won't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions there.
Pass to Pekovic. Outside Russell. He kicks it to Muhammad. 6 on the shot clock. Wiggins passes to Russell. That ball's nice feed that time from Wiggins.
How about the leaner? Only the guys with the sweetest of strokes can pull that off in traffic.
Well, there may be some questions for a while about D'Angelo Russell. People will guess which position he's best at in the NBA. You and I saw him firsthand playing for the Bucks. I mean, he is a terrific talent.
Yeah, he really is. I think he's an old school guard, Kevin. He can play with the ball and be effective, or he can play off the ball. He's got a really bright future. Loved watching him play and grow as a one-year college guy at Ohio State.
And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Gorgie Dang's checked in for Towns. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Shabazz Muhammad. Phoenix also making some changes. Chandler comes in for the machine. And Markieff Morris subbed in for Sarge. Now here's Chandler. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Screened by Sanders. Chandler dishes to Sanders. Phoenix no good that time either.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
Russell with a wide open look. Wide open shot is on the money. Russell's got his second bucket of the game to go. Suns leading by 10. Paul kicks to Booker. Morris with a screen on Rubio. Here's Booker. Down it goes for his third basket in as many tries.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Well, everything's coming too easily. I mean, at some point defensively, you have to take something away.
Minnesota with the ball. The Suns getting the bucket. Pekovic with a screen. Russell passes to Pekovic. Fires from 14. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Their last encounter was in Phoenix.
And their last time playing this club, foul trouble became a big problem for them. Their starters had to take an early stint on the bench.
They've just got to be more careful tonight. It's that simple. I mean, those guys are too valuable. They need them on the floor.
Here's Rubio. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Suns.
Tell you what, guys, they're showing us a lot of energy early on and racking up those fast break points.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
Morris checked in for Russell. And the Suns making a change here as well. Payne, he's checked in for Chris Paul.
And Ricky Rubio, one of the youngest international basketball stars ever. We started hearing about him in the U.S. back when he was 16. And even then, powerful teams in Europe were all vying for his services.
Now here's Booker. 6 points for him. That's good.
Their defense just hasn't been able to slow them down.
And that's a big reason why they're trailing, surrendering too many easy baskets.
Here's Rubio. His last outing, he had 8 points. Moore out, 5 to shoot. Wiggins outside. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. And going back to Rubio, Clark, his natural instincts in every phase of the game, as Greg was just talking about, are really second to none. In 06, he led Spain to a championship, registering 3 triple-doubles and 1 quadruple-double. Wow.
And despite those gaudy numbers, you just never know with an international star if, in fact, his game will translate to the NBA. Rubio's game obviously has.
Here's Wiggins, following the basket by Markieff Morris. And a wide-open look here for Wiggins. Nails the 16-footer. Wiggins has got 7 points.
The entire defense was frozen-footed. Nobody picked up the shooter, Kevin.
Chandler a screen. Floats one up, and the rejection by Jang.
That was a good rebound right there, but they haven't been very strong on the glass so far.
Clark, a little disparity there in the rebound numbers, but some of that comes down to how the ball bounces. Let's see if it evens out.
Here's Payne, following the basket by Andrew Wiggins. They set the pick, kicks to Booker, launches a 3. Rebound by Dang.
You know, when he has the ball outside like that, that's exactly the kind of D they need to play on.
Wiggins dishes to Rubio. Wiggins kicks to Pekovic. And there are the Timberwolves with another bucket. 7. The dish to Sanders. Now the feed to Booker. 8 feet away, and the rejection by Jang. Here's Rubio. The shot no good. Good D by Sanders. Phoenix has gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. To the middle, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening.
It really is, Clark. The defenders need to do a better job of closing those lanes to the hoop.
Now, here's Rubio. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. And here is Moore. 6 to shoot. Pulls it up. Hits the front of the rim and out.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Here's Payne. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. For Phoenix, they have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Yeah, guys, they can feel very good about themselves when you bring up those statistics. Impressive numbers.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
That's good from Payne. Both good from the line that time. Here's Rubio. So as we end the first quarter, already a double-digit ball game. Suns lead by 11. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. Hey, you talk to Chris Paul, and it's clear he was born to play the point guard position. Vertically challenged, that's classic coming from Chris Paul. But, you know, seriously, Greg, he's taken that challenge and made the most of what he's got. A terrific play.
Really, and you know what? He's actually turned that challenge on his head when he goes right at much bigger players and uses their size against them.
Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start this second quarter. And for the Suns, this has been the game they wanted to have.
This has been a shooting drill thus far.
Warm-up jumpers because there hasn't been much resistance.
Towns is out there with Bielitsa. Then there's Shabazz Muhammad. Then it's Russell. And it's Rubio in at the 1 spot. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Now here's Crowder. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And watching Jay Crowder, he can really beast you up, Greg, and take you out of your game. One of the most physical wings, I think, in the NBA.
And, not the most flexible athlete, but he makes up for that with that strength that you mentioned. It allows him to control the pace. I mean, he's a bumper and a grinder and hitting a big three out of nowhere. So he's what we call a true gamer.
Free throw good, Crowder.
Looking at Jay Crowder, he got traded from Dallas to Boston in the Rondo deal last season. Nobody expected all that much from him. All he did was go out and become one of the most valuable players on that team.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. Garnett's checked in. And both free throws good from Crowder.
When you talk about Jay Crowder, there are those that you win because of, and then there are guys like him that you win with. I mean, the guy who's going to take the charge, commit the hard foul, do what others won't, really shows the heart of a champion.
Now, here is Russell. Here's Towns. Nails the baby hook. Towns has got his second basket of the game.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
Timberwolves trail by 11. Here's Russell. A good portion of the scoring has come from him. He averages more than 18 points a game. Now here's Towns. Guarded closely. 5 on the clock. And he hammers that one down right in the face of Sarge.
Forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend. Take it to the hoop.
And how, Clark. Brilliant throwdown.
Just exerting his authority on that play.
Now, here's Sarge. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Boston.
And also, he competed on the backboards. That also had a lot to do with the game.
Kevin Garnett with the steal. Outside, Russell. He feeds it to Garnett. Now here's Towns. He's guarded closely. Can't get it to go. So Phoenix will take it the other way. 17 points was their biggest margin. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. And that's the first game in a string of 3 straight at home. Now Russell. After the missed 3 from Jamal Crawford. Garnett kicks to Bielitsa. He dishes it to Russell. Garnett in the post. Count that one. Garnett's got his first bucket in this one.
Well, I'll tell you what, I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders. They're not getting the job done.
That's a great point. 10 of the last 12 points they've allowed have come at the rim.
And the Suns call time. And guys, KG is so loved and has given so much to the area of Minneapolis, St. Paul, the state of Minnesota. He really, Clark, views it as his home.
And Kevin, you started with him there in Minnesota when he got underway in the league. Fans love having him there and involved with the franchise again for sure.
Sanders checked in for Phoenix. Booker comes in for Jamal Crawford. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Paul goes in. Kevin Garnett with the steal. And here's the fast break. Russell leading the way. And Sanders pulls it down. Sanders has got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
And, for Garnett, after his playing days are over, I got to believe he's going to be looking to take some ownership in this Wolves organization. He is a beloved figure here in Minneapolis.
Gorgie Dangs checked in for the Timberwolves. Screen by Sanders. There's a screen. And there's the call on Karl Anthony Towns. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
Wiggins is checked in for Minnesota. Screen by Sanders. Nice job coming off that screen. Booker's got 10.
And if KG did become a shareholder in the Wolves, it would be wild. I mean, could you imagine how intimidating contract negotiations would be with him sitting across the table?
Now here's Wiggins. He's got 9. And then jammed down as he goes right over Chris Paul.
You know, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult while they're trailing.
Yeah, but still, you know what? A magnificent move to the rim.
I tell you what, guys, I don't care what the score is. That's the play we're going to remember when this game is over. And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
To the left side wing. Here's Muhammad. Misses the 3, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize. Ball against Wiggins. Paul kicks to Sarge, and stolen by Jang. Russell passes to Muhammad, and he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a 3-point.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
Well, there was a time when the media had written off Shabazz Muhammad as an impact player. We showed last year he belongs in this NBA.
Yeah, certainly did. I mean, he improved in every facet of the game, and sometimes we tend to write guys off a little too soon, Kevin. The media in general, not you in particular. He's been a big-time performer for the Wolves.
And for Muhammad, it's weird that so many fans had given up on a player just after his rookie season. I mean, he's vindicated anyone who stuck with him after his slow rookie start. Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation, but, well, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
One shot. One shot.
On the free throw, no good.
And for Muhammad, a lot of it had to do with the hype he got in college, coupled with his age situation. So when he struggled, people were too quick to write him off. But he has showed he can ball.
Poked to him by Russell. And here we go, Muhammad heading to the hoop, and Wiggins throws it down.
Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense.
Now here's Sanders. A 23-point game for him in the win against Boston. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there, Greg.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
All right now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
First one falls for him. And he can't hit the second. Timberwolves trail by 7. Wiggins outside. Here's Bielitsa. And Muhammad has it in the corner. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Muhammad's got 6 here in this quarter.
Well, they really started to come on here in the second.
Clark, it's about how much more focused they look offensively here. They're trying to make up some ground.
And the Suns miss again. For Minnesota, they've gone 8 of 12 since the start of the second quarter. That's a really high percentage, hitting around 67%. And the Natural's going to pick up the foul. Here's Russell. Wiggins outside. 6 on the shot clock. Puts up a 3.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
His 5th miss. Now 2 for 7 from the floor. And there's the pass to the machine. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got 3 assists now in this one. Now, here is Russell. Pass to Dang, and Muhammad has it in the corner. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own. Muhammad's got 9 points.
That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They've got to get more intense.
Back to Paul. Here's the machine. Jang defending. Russell against Paul. Got a piece of it, and he's able to get it back. Booker. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket. He's got 12.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Russell with it. Dishes it to Jang. Wiggins with it. He's picked up by Paul. Wiggins against Sanders. And it's Wiggins missing.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And, guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamorous stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
And, guys, in a draft with so many talented big men and lead guards, Booker was a bit of a hot commodity. One of the purest sharpshooters in the draft, has a lightning-quick release on his jump shot.
All right, now, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. And with Booker, you know, who is a Kentucky, talking about that, his dad actually played at the University of Missouri. He was a pretty good shooter. Clark, this Booker has a pretty good frame to work with, and I think that's going to serve him well in the NBA.
Yeah, I agree with you. I like his size. I like his stroke. I like his toughness. I think he's going to be better defensively than people think. He's got a lot of good stuff in his game already. There's not a lot you can say that hasn't been said before about his skill at the charity stripe.
Rubio outside. Moore outside. Wiggins dishes to Jang. Rubio in the corner. Lets it go from the wing. And again, it's Minnesota converting.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
And Booker kicks to Sanders. A baseline J. Wiggins with the rebound.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Now Moore. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. And there's the 3-second violation. Quick hands and the ability to anticipate the opening to create a turnover. So valuable, especially for a guard, as we see 2 tremendous talents with their ability to steal that ball away.
You know, and John Stockton, the only player to have cracked the 3,000 barrier in terms of career steals. You ask the fans about Stockton, and it's his passing they'll remember. But if you ask the players he's played up against, they'll tell you it's his defense that was just as sharp.
Now here's Sanders. He has 5.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
No good from Moore.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
And Sanders, here we go. No good. The Timberwolves go the other way with it. Looking ahead to their next game, playing at New Orleans, they'll match up against the Pelicans. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip. Moore outside. Back to Rubio. Passes it to Dang. Shoots from the right block. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. It's going to go on Markieff Morris. And for Gorgui Dieng, an intelligent guy with strong physical attributes, gigantic arm span, but extremely raw skill-wise.
Yeah, his game still needs plenty of polish on both ends of the floor. But I really felt like he took a huge leap last season, and he has the intensity along with that work ethic to continue to grow.
And the Timberwolves call time.
You know, on the topic of Dieng, he did improve in practically every category in year 2. Offensively, though, he still looked a bit mechanical. And on defense, he still went for too many head fakes, but you've got to like his upside.
Jake Crowder's checked in for the Suns. Crawford comes in for Booker.
All right, now, take a break, take a break. 2 shots.
And he can't get the first one.
And talking about Gorgui Dieng, he recorded 22 points and 21 rebounds in a game his rookie season. Amazingly, it was the first ever 2020 game by a Timberwolves rookie. The Wolves, of course, once home to Kevin Garnett and Kevin Love, so that's pretty good company.
No good at the stripe this time. Second misses also. You look at Gorgui Dieng and his development in the league out of Louisville. What a big jump for him last season.
And that's a great point. That first year, you could tell the game's a little too fast, and he was a bit overwhelmed, but started to get more and more minutes throughout the season and really blossomed with the extra opportunity.
Here's Rubio, following the score by Jamal Crawford. Begovic with a screen. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio.
And really, the defense didn't do a lot to fight around that screen on that possession.
Crowder, the pass to Morris. Banked in off the glass. There's a minute 40 left in the first half of the game. Begovic with the screen for Rubio. Feeds it to Begovic. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
And guys, for Nikola Pekovic, NBA scouts said he needed work on his shot coming in. Yet he's money from mid-range at times, especially at the charity stripe. One of the best free throw shooting bigs we have in our league.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Nikola Pekovic. And back to Pekovic at the free throw line. Clark, he has consistently been around 75% for his career.
And Kevin, last season he got that number up to 84%. And he also gives you really good effort in the paint on both ends of the floor.
Towns, he's checked in for Dieng. And so Pekovic nails both of them. And last season, an injury-filled one for Nikola Pekovic. Played only 31 games before he was sidelined. Clark with an Achilles injury.
Yeah, and you know, he wasn't even playing quite up to par before the injury, Kevin. After shooting well over 50% in each of his first 4 seasons, he dropped to under 43% last year.
Here's Rubio, following the basket by Markieff Morris. And Pekovic puts up the baby hook. No good. And Phoenix the other way now. 17 points was their biggest margin.
And on the subject of Pekovic, last season was another difficult step back for him physically. At some point, one wonders if his whole career becomes in jeopardy. It just takes so much effort to keep coming back.
Strong game for Wiggins. 13 points, and he's put one three-pointer on the board.
You know what, though, Clark? It wouldn't be a bad idea going forward to try to let him do a little more damage from beyond the arc.
All right, now, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops.
And guys, I, for one, can relate to what Pekovic is going through. I mean, it's not easy as a big man to get those injuries to your legs. I mean, you're carrying a lot of weight and force around. I mean, let's hope Nikola finds a little more luck going forward as far as the injuries.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. Garnett's checked in. So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. Very strong start to the career last year of Andrew Wiggins out of Kansas. Just 1 year with the Jayhawks. Came out strong early on, and Clarkie never slowed down.
Yeah, found his stride early and just kept strutting his stuff right to the tune of Rookie of the Year.
And the shot is good.
Well, it's obvious. The difference in this quarter has been their dominance.
Yeah, plenty of second chance points. Also keeps the opponent out of transition, not resting on their lead, staying active.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Another miss by Minnesota.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Payne kicks to Morris. Lets it go from 11, and the Suns tack on 2 more. Rubio. No good trying to beat the buzzer. And we've reached halftime in this one. The Suns on top, up 11. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, Tyson, what has been the key to enabling your team to control the tempo of this game throughout this first half?
I think the way we came out defensively, we locked into their sets. We're taking them out of what they want to accomplish. Because of that, we're able to make some shots on the other end.
It all came together in that first 24 minutes. Tyson, thanks for the time, guys.
All right, Doris, thank you. And we'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, folks. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We're going to break down the first half action for you. Things were going Phoenix's way from the beginning. They put together one great play after another, and at one point, led by as many as 17. The quarter came to a close, however, they found themselves up by just 4. After a tough, hard-fought second quarter, the lead remained the same, and they still hold the double-digit advantage at the break. Let's hear from you, Shaq, on the Suns.
Well, they've been playing with some toughness. It's led to a nice lead for them, not just on the scoreboard, but in the rebounding numbers. And now they need to stay mean, Ernie. Cannot lose that edge in the second half.
Kenny, let's get your insight on the Timberwolves.
It looked like they were shooting threes blindfolded. Sometimes you could get cold, but that was atrocious. It was scary. But they also looked scattered out there, and I think that disorganization was the main issue for them missing those shots. They need to establish themselves better into a better rhythm in the second half and avoid relying so heavily on the three-point shot.
And time now to send you back down to the floor with Kevin Harlan. We will see you after the game.